This video is brought to you by Legacy Precious Metals. UFC 290 is going down this Saturday and is going to be freaking amazing. You got some of the best strikers in the featherweight division, Yair Rodriguez versus Alexander Volkanovski. And today, I'm going to be breaking down Yair Rodriguez's striking ability. Let's get into the video.
What up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
Did you know that in recent history, when the stock market has plummeted, gold has held its value and even increased? Legacy Precious Metals is the company I trust when investing in gold and silver. They've been super helpful and their staff is so easy to talk to. They can ship the metals directly to your door or help you put your metals in a retirement account. We all know the economy is in trouble and 2023 doesn't look like it's going to be a good year. As a fighter, wealth preservation is really important to me. I need to know my money is secure and not disappearing with inflation or with the stock market pullback. Legacy Precious Metal has a free gold guide that will answer all your questions about investing in gold and silver. Click the link in the description to download or call them at 866-849-3356. Call them now. Now, I would say Yair Rodriguez is definitely one of my favorite fighters in the UFC because of his beautiful striking. There are some guys out there that fight like Rock'em Sock'em robots who doesn't mind taking punishment, but this guy right here fights with finesse. And you gotta love a finesse fighter. I mean, you got Izzy Adesanya, even the old Conor McGregor, yours truly. But seriously though, he is one of the best strikers, I think, in the UFC at featherweight. Now, there's a few things that I look at when I'm breaking down a striker. It is footwork, timing, variety of technique, and of course, distance management. Now, what are the things that I look at when I'm looking at movement? The ability to move forward, the ability to move back, side to side, and the ability to switch sides during the fight. His ability to move forward is really good. My man is a kicker. He's a Taekwondo stylist, and that's one of the ways that he moves forward. And you'll see that probably the majority of the time using his kicks. So he'll use his kicks to move forward or to close or eat his opponent's ground. And they always back up anytime Rodriguez starts to move forward because they're fearing the kicks. So his ability to move forward is phenomenal. His ability to move backwards isn't as good as his ability to move forward, but it's still fairly good. Using his side kick, using his step offs is what he's most known for. His side to side ability, I think, is great. As he moves side to side, he has the ability to be able to switch sides as he does it, keeping more of a square stance so that he's able to switch sides very fast, which makes it difficult for a wrestler to beat in on his legs. He's got his right side forward. As he moves to his left, he'll switch left side forward, switching his feet in the process, which makes it hard for a wrestler to take him down. And when he does switch sides, he's got the ability to be able to throw his kicks so much faster off of that. As he switches from right side to left side, that back leg, he bounces off the mat and is able to get it to his target fairly quickly. So his side to side movement, phenomenal. I also added in there that he can switch sides. The guy's phenomenal. But what makes Yair Rodriguez so good is that he's very cerebral when it comes to his opponents. He does a lot of studying on his opponents. I'm gonna give you two examples. Max Holloway and Josh Emmett. His movement was a lot different between the two. Now, when he fought Max Holloway, he knows that Max Holloway is a very good boxer and very fast, using his reach, a lot of reach. He's got really long arms. But Rodriguez didn't want to close the gap too fast because for fear that Max Holloway will sit down or catch him on his punches. So he stayed in like a different range. He's staying more stationary than he did when he fought Josh Emmett. Now, when he fought Josh Emmett, different body, different style of fighter, kind of more of a boxer. Yair Rodriguez is a lot faster than Josh Emmett as well. So he moved a whole lot more during that fight because remember, Josh Emmett has got that one hitter quitter power. He's waiting on for that one shot, and Yair Rodriguez didn't give him that opportunity. He was always moving, and it's very difficult to hit a moving target. I give my man Yair Rodriguez's movement an A+. Super good. Moving on to timing. Now, what I'm talking about when I'm talking about timing is to be able to see your opponent's mistake and capitalize on it, or to be able to strike your opponent as they're striking, which is super hard and difficult. Yair Rodriguez's timing is just impeccable. I'm just going to give you some examples. The freaking front kick step off jab that he did on BJ Penn, timing Korean Zombie's low kick, stepping in with the jab, and of course, how can you forget the amazing timing it takes to be able to roll over backwards elbow Korean Zombie when he stepped in? All impeccable timing. I could keep going. The left hand he hit Bruce Leroy with at the exact same time Bruce Leroy threw a right hook. Great timing. The stiff jab that he dropped Jeremy Stevens with as he was coming in. And of course, the rolling thunder he hit Dan Hooker with. Simply amazing. I give his timing an A+. Moving on, variety of techniques. I mean, do I even have to talk about this with Yair Rodriguez? Probably one of the most exciting fighters out there. I mean, we're talking about the skill to be able to switch sides and throw different techniques from each side. This dude can throw techniques from all angles and not the same techniques. This dude can throw the kicks and the knees and the spins and the dropping, spinning, I don't know what you call it, reverse elbows. If you guys know what that is, just type it in the comments down below because I have no idea. His boxing is fairly basic. He loves the close range knees, but when it comes to his kicks, oh my goodness, and the ability to be able to put his hands and feet together flawlessly. But the thing is, you don't know which kick is coming. Is it a side kick, a spin kick, the rolling thunders this guy has? It's crazy. I wish I had half the arsenal this guy does, or just the guts to throw half the stuff that he does in the cage. It is ridiculous. Variety of technique. I give it an A+. Moving on to distance management. The ability to be able to keep my opponent at my striking range. And the ability to be able to do that, well, will pretty much win the fight, so to speak. I mean, not all the time. Obviously, everybody gets caught. Why, Anthony? Now, there's a few ranges that I like to look at when I'm studying distance management. Close range, when you're forehead to forehead, you're in the clinch position, throwing knees and elbows. Boxing range, for instance, like I mentioned before, Max Holloway is amazing at that distance, in the pocket, throwing hands, and of course, long range technique. Keeping your opponent at bay with different variety of techniques, such as myself. I love to keep the fight away from me. I don't like getting punched or kicked. I like to keep them away. Now, let's start off with the close range techniques. Now, even though you don't see him a whole lot in that range, he's very good in the clinch. He's right there with his collar tie, throwing knees and trying to separate, making him pay every time somebody comes in. If it's an elbow, if it's a knee, he'll even throw flying knees from that close range, which makes it difficult to defend against from that close range. Nobody expects that. Now let's talk about his mid-range boxing range skill level, such as when he fought Max Holloway. He pretty much stood in front of Max Holloway. Well, I would say in kickboxing range, right? You have boxing range, which is where I can touch you with my hands, but then there's like slightly outside of that, you have like a kickboxing range, which means I can hit you with my hands just by stepping in, or I can kick you in the face. Sometimes when you're in that boxing range, the kicking ability is a little bit more difficult. But if you step just right outside of that, I might have to step in to be able to hit you with my hands. But from that range, I can still kick you in the face. And that's where he loves right there. He's very good from that kickboxing range. The guy's a kicker. He's a Taekwondo stylist. He has the ability to be able to step in with that front foot, to be able to hit you with his hands. And then just a little shift back, he can throw a leg up there, a spin kick, a hook kick. He's very good there, but I wouldn't say that's his best area. His best is definitely his long range ability. Now, what makes him so good at that long range, he's so good at closing the gap with his feet and his hands, and he can keep you at bay with techniques such as his side kick. He's got an amazing Taekwondo side kick. He's done it to the body. He'll throw it at your face, and if you're an aggressive fighter, he is not afraid to throw that side kick directly at that quad, keeping you away from him. Now, what's so good about it is not only can he close the gap with his kicks, but he can also do it with his hands, like we like to call the blitz. He can blitz you, and what's so scary about it, he'll throw a kick, and right behind that kick, he started moving forward before that front foot or that kick hits the ground. He's already coming forward. I've seen it time and time again. He'll throw spin kicks, and before his leg hits the ground, he's moving in, throwing his strikes. He does it with his side kick as well. So his distance management, I give an A-. Not quite an A+, just because of that close range. Just not as versatile as I think he can be from that area, but he's very good. Now there you have it, guys. Yair Rodriguez striking breakdown. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. This guy is one of the best strikers out there and very exciting, which is why I'm really excited about this fight coming at UFC 290. Make sure you guys tune in, and of course, hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys later. I love you.